Hello and welcome to another video and welcome to our office. It's just gone 7 in the morning and I have my first of 2 sessions today. Lower body about to go down, and then we have a run club out of HQ in this area tonight. If you're wondering why I look so red, it's because it's freezing in here and we need to have these sort of pub garden heaters on because our electrics don't support any mains, more sophisticated heaters. That's probably not the language that anyone that actually knows what they're talking about would use to describe our situation, but that is the best that I could do. So I've got some squats, some squat variations and some other stuff that I'll talk through as we go. The rest of the day is fairly busy, fairly chaotic, but we'll fill in the gaps as we go and run you through it and talk you through essentially what's going to be a double training day and what things are currently looking like as I'm working towards a 250-kilometer ultra marathon in one go at the end of March, whilst trying to hold on to as much of my strength as possible. Programming I'm doing today is from the wintering. We've got about 80 people all over the world doing the same intake as a group at the moment. So this is me joining them. Time to get warmed up. Let's test the floor. Didn't sound great, that. Didn't sound great. Well, now we know. Ooh! That's not faint. No, fucking cramp. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Don't record this. Cramping in my hamstrings after 3 sets of squats. I wonder if that's got anything to do with the 50k I ran on Saturday. Nope, we're okay. The amount of times I've done this in a public commercial gym and had people terrified. Propped up. Oh, let me just adjust this. Anyway, I'm just stalling for Zercher squats. Job done, lower body session complete, and everything felt pretty smooth. A little bit clunky in some ways because there's definitely a bit of fatigue in joints and tendons and things from 50k in the form of loops around Battersea Park in London over the weekend. That video should be out by now, I believe, so if it is and I'm telling you the truth, look for this thumbnail and the link in a corner somewhere if you want to watch that to discuss why we run. There's a Tesla outside. Anyway, rest of the day, just gone 8 in the morning and gonna crack on with what is gonna be a fairly chaotic day with an exciting delivery to arrive, podcast this afternoon, a run club this evening, and usual day-to-day stuff in between. So I'm gonna get in the shower and you're gonna come along for the ride. I'm having my lunch at 11:30, which is unconventional, but 11:30 is the new 12. I actually have naan bread pizzas, which is a brilliant thing to have. So there we are. I'm looking forward to this. Everybody in the office has bullied me. Apparently this is weird, but this morning has flown by and the rest of the day is getting concerningly close. Emails, admin, a couple of calls. Given that from 12 until about 4, I'm not really gonna have a gap. I am having this now, hence why 11:30 is the new 12. And I've got a consultation call at 2, a consultation call at 2:45, and a podcast at 3:30. And then we need to do a bit of a tidy up ahead of Run Club in partnership with Dave's Brewing and Siverino's, who are a local pizza place here in Scotland, this evening. And there are 87 people registered to come along to that, so let's see. There is also an item being delivered today that is rather ridiculous, rather hilarious, and very, very exciting. So I thought I'd just run you through what the morning looks like before that arrives, because that's ultimately what this video is really about. So round the corner is potentially the stupidest financial and practical decision I have ever made as an adult male.
yourself, like.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Grab my hat with you.
Fun fact, if you're ever walking on a windy day with a massive sheet of plywood on your head, it acts a lot like a sail. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a mini ramp. Cut to me attempting a kickflip now. I don't know whether I've landed that or not yet, because I'm going to have to go through to my office, get a skateboard, come back here, film that, and then see what happens. And it could take me several attempts. So if I landed the kickflip, great. If I didn't, you've seen me fail a kickflip. But nonetheless, do you know anyone else with a skate park in their gym? Me neither. And that's one of several reasons as to why we now have that. Like the basketball machine through in the office, we now have a stress ball in the form of a skateboarding mini ramp. Isn't that right?
It's gonna happen.
Johnny, how easy is it for you to get your skate or die tattoo out?
Right now.
Ho ho ho!
Well, I've got a new tattoo. You haven't seen it.
Ah.
And we will definitely die.
But you can't sue yourselves, can you?
No.
You could sue me, I could sue you.
You can sue me.
We're just going to create a circular suing mechanism as we all inevitably break our wrists and tailbones. That's probably the most reckless financial and
Strategic.
practical decision I've ever made.
Yeah.
Back to the office. So since the skate ramp arrived, had I had lunch or was I having lunch? I can't remember, it's all been a blur, but filmed the podcast with Mike Gamble, clip here.
I think that's a really interesting question as I read it. It's like, how do you deal with like that like total rejection?
Yeah.
Basically, which you get when you're like raising money, seeking investment, or like starting anything new. I think for both Duncan and I, we'd like done the right thing at school, done the right thing at university, had like gone to work at the right places after, and we're probably pretty used to being told like good job and like you're doing good. Then all of a sudden like you put your life into this and you build up this vision, you build up like all this stuff you want to do, and 99 out of 100 people are telling you like not just like no, but like no, you're stupid. Like no, this is not going to work.
Fascinating. And then cracked on with some work. The Days team have arrived ahead of a run club we're doing just through there, and there's about 30, 40 people already arrived. So we're going to head through, show you what that looks like, show you what second training session of the day entails, and see how the evening unfolds. We doing that the whole time? Yeah, that's right. So good. Another round at the office, about 40 odd people. Happy days. And that's before the beer and pizzas even arrive, so there might be some glory hunters at the end. We are doing this tonight with Days, and Siberinos will be delivering pizzas later. Mike, one of the co-founders of Days, is here, and it's probably very uncomfortable that it's just been outed, so if you want to ask him about everything involved, he's your man. There'll be a few more of the team as well that will be taking videos and things. This is Scott. You might take a camera in your face at some point.
Not while you're running, because I won't be there.
If you want to tell him to fuck off, he's from Motherwell, so that's just like saying good morning. Other than that, we've got, it'll be 5.5 towards 6K, I think, with a bit of a route adjustment, and GPS will not load in here.
Oh, hamstring. That's strap. What's in it? Used to staging this.
That was totally natural. Yes. Jamie's OnlyFans is active. Oh, yes, Jamie.
In his natural habitat.
As we can see, this creature stands above the rest.
Okay, so that was fantastic, and basically today has been about taking a relatively clean gym and making it exceptionally messy, whether that is with a skateboarding mini ramp, which you will see the build of very soon, and we will do an update on the gym once all of the additional kit arrives. We've just got stuff like tricep ropes, we've got a reverse hyper, C2 bike, rowing machine, attachments for cables, we've got a few more weight plates, we have some bar storage options and things like that. So just all the bells and whistles are on the way too. So we'll do a general update of the space as and when that's the case. But that was 50 odd people on a stormy Tuesday here, mingling, interacting, consuming pizza and alcohol-free beer, which is a pretty good way to spend a Tuesday in my book. Great to meet everybody. Even had 2 people that drove up from Newcastle just for this, which is incredibly humbling and remarkable, and my hat is tipped to them. Thank you very much for coming along. Really enjoying what has been a busy January of a lot more running interaction with people. I spent a lot of the past couple of years doing a lot of training on my own, so getting stuff like this in is really great for me selfishly, but also just building the community side of things with the channel, with Omnia, with the Modern Mind, the podcast, and with the brands I work with is fantastic. So really enjoying that. I think the only way that I can finish this video is by kind of RKOing that. I think we can all agree. So this is either going to be a case of a cool way to finish the video or me no longer training for a 250-kilometer ultra marathon. Let's see what happens. I snapped my collarbone.